Relax, breathe, being absolutely here. And let's contemplate and allow the knowing to arise as I share with you some excerpts from Rupert Spira's poem, I Am. Just rest and allow. I am without beginning and end, but all things begin and end in me. I have no words to express myself, but all words express only me. I have no meaning, but impart meaning to all that is perceived. I have no name, but am called by all names. I have no form, but all form indicates me. I have no origin, but I am the origin of all things. I cannot be contemplated, but I am the object of all contemplation. I am imperceivable, yet you perceive only me. I am full, but I have nothing. I am empty, but contain all. I give away everything, but am never diminished. I receive all, but never expand. Whatever appears, appears in me, but I never appear. I am the knowing in all that is known, and I am the experiencing in all that is experienced. I am the existence in all that exists. I am an open secret. I'm veiled by doubt, but am myself not in doubt. I live beneath fear, but am neither afraid nor frightening. I am the isness of all things, and the amness of self. I am known in the unknown, and I am the unknown in the known. I think, but can't be thought about. I feel, but can't be felt. I cannot be approached, but I am always present. And I cannot be known, but know all things. I do not exist, but I am never absent. I am nowhere, I am everywhere, I am nothing, I am everything. I am the love with which I am loved. And I am the desire with which I am longed for. Time and space move through me, but I do not move through them. I am never experienced, yet you experience only me. I am one with all seeming things, and am thus love itself. I shine in the mind as I. I shine in the heart as you. I shine in the world as it, but I only ever know myself. I render all experience knowable, but I am myself, not experience. Whenever you think of me as you're doing now, it is really I that am thinking of you. I was not born, but all are born of me. I do not die, but all things die in me. I have no cause, but cause all things. I do not last in time, but time lasts in me. Whatever is seen, I am seeing it myself. Whatever is heard, I am hearing it myself. Whatever is touched, I am touching. Whatever is smelt, I am smelling. Whatever is tasted, I am tasting. Whatever is thought, I am pondering myself. And whatever is felt, I am feeling myself. Whatever is experienced in any way, I am always only experiencing myself. Don't miss this. Whatever is experienced in any way, I am always only experiencing myself. I am closer than your breath, but further than the stars. I am intimate, yet impersonal. I am infinite. I'm desired and yet feared, and I am longed for, but avoided. I become something, then nothing, then everything, but I always remain myself. I can be separated from all things, but no thing can be separated from me. I am empty like space. I shine as myself. I am. So, as you begin to draw yourself back to this understanding of yourself as mind and body that you appear to be, or seem to be, know and hold true that you are infinite consciousness expressing itself as you. You are the activity of spirit. And your colleagues and your friends and your family are also arising as experiences of the one knowing itself. So today, as we awaken from meditation and join our community, let's embrace them also as perfect activity of spirit, just as we all are. Because that's how life works. And so it is. Namaste.
Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try and keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You got to stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Hear what your mother said. Read the books your father read. Trying to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you. Others take a different view. My, oh my, yeah, yeah. Gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you got to be stronger. Gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you got to stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Time asks no questions, it goes on without you, leaving you behind when you can't stand the pace. World keeps on turning, can't stop it if you try to. Best part is spirit staring you in the face. So listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. My, oh my, hey, hey, hey. Gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be strong, you gotta be tough, you got to be bolder. Gotta be cool, you got to be calm, you got to stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you got to be wiser. Got to be hard, you got to be tough, you gotta be stronger. Gotta be cool, you got to be calm, you got to stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Got to be bold, got to be bad, got to be wise, never say. Got to be hard, no, not too hard. All I know is love will save the day. Gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. Gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you've got to be stronger. Gotta be cool, you got to be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know is love will save the day. Gotta be bad, gotta be bold, gotta be wiser. You've got to be hard, gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. Got to be cool, you gotta be calm, you got to stay together. All I know is love will save the day.
Woo!
That's why.
Awesome. Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel, Lisa Jacobs, new guy, and
Graham.
whose name I know happens to be Graham. So I want to welcome everybody to the center here and introduce myself if you're new to us. I'm Pat Campbell, and I am the spiritual director of the center. And if you haven't been to a center for spiritual living, there's a few things you need to know. We are a faith tradition. I don't call us a religion. Religion has too much baggage to it. We are a faith tradition. We are a life philosophy that honors all faith traditions. We understand that there are as many people on this earth as are our paths to the divine. There's 8 billion people on this planet, 8 billion sparks of the divine expressing itself uniquely. So there can't be just one way to believe, one way to see things. We are part of an infinite intelligence that is expressing itself as variety. Yes? You agree with me? Awesome. So I want to welcome everybody who is here in the audience, and I also want to welcome our Love Stream people. So if you all will turn around and wave at George Clooney up there. Hi, George. How's it going? We are a hybrid service, so we have people who here in person, and we also have people from all over. In the chat, our Love Stream people, will you let us know where you're coming from, where you're tuning in from, whether it's here in Calgary or whether it's someplace outside of Alberta. We love to see where you're tuning in from, and we also love your comments. So please comment away, because this is my Sunday afternoon entertainment as I go home and I read the comments. Honest to goodness, I do. So anyway, please do that, and just know we are part of a hybrid service here, and it's wonderful. So today, there was something I wanted to, oh, yeah. So guess what happened 2 years ago today? It was our last service. It was our last in-person service. It was actually March 15th. I remember this, and things were starting to slow down and shut down. And on that afternoon, it's when they said, okay, that's it. So we had not very many people in the audience, and that was 2 years ago. So thank you, 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 and thank you. Because if you weren't showing up, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this. So thank you. So we're going to start out this morning doing what we call our Kong song. And this is a lot of people's favorite Kong song, so yay. Let's stand up in the audience. You can stand up at home. We're going to sing One Power. If you don't know it, just listen to the words. It's beautiful.
And you see it everywhere and every day. There's one power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for the love that's most deep. lives forever in you and me. It's the power of love in you and me.
Even if you can't sing along with it because it's not, like the ABC song in melody, it's still so wonderful. What a beautiful, beautiful song. So let me tell you what's going on. I was describing this to somebody before the service started, and I've probably described it on a Sunday as well. So we're starting to move forward as a center. We ground to a halt March 15th, 2020, and we kind of stayed there. You remember that oil tanker that got kind of caught crossways in the Suez Canal? It's a little bit like that, right? Okay, so we've slowly turned the ship, and we're starting to move forward, but we're not completely up to speed yet. So, and we recognize that, and we allow for that. Fun Day, for those of you who have children, will be starting ages 4 and up on the 3rd, April 3rd. Our Fun Day will be starting again. Give that a hand. That's awesome, awesome. For those with little ones, we've got our family room in there as well, but we are going to be starting Fun Day again. The Soul Shop should be open. Is it Easter or is it the same day, Lance? Soon. This is my wonderful assistant. When is it? And I just talked to Marty, our wonderful Marty, and he's going to start making coffee the first Sunday in April, too. Woohoo! So the ship is getting righted. There we go. We're having our membership drive also. And the reason why we're doing this right now is because our AGM is coming up at the end of April. And if you want to be a voting member of the center, you need to be a member. So I know a lot of people have been members forever, but you still need to re-up every year. We still need to know of your intention to be a member of the center. So it's really easy to do. If you are an existing member, you go to the website, you go to where it says get involved, you select membership, you fill out the quick little form, we get it, you're a member, you're counted as a member. That's existing members. New members, same process, and then you just select membership, and you tell us that you want to be a new member. Why would you want to do that? The best, first of all, you can vote. Not that there's anything controversial, but we do have wonderful people running for the Board of Trustees. So you want to make sure that you give them your stamp of approval. But also, there is something about putting your name to a membership form that says, this is my spiritual community. I am committed to this spiritual community, to these people, to this group, to this teaching. And we don't ask that much of you. But we ask that you do say, yes, this is my community. I want to be a member here. Super easy to do. If you are a new member, not an existing member, we're going to celebrate you on Sunday, April 10th. And then the AGM is Sunday, April 24th, and it will be a hybrid service. So we'll have some people in person. We'll have a lot of people online as well. So just get used to the hybrid thing, because you guys are stuck with us, Love Stream. We're not leaving. We're not going anywhere. Okay, so that's that. The annual Peace Walk is taking place not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. This has been going on for a number of years. Just a group of people coming together, walking through parts of downtown Calgary. It's not a protest. It's peaceful. And we're starting at the north end of the Peace Bridge and then just kind of walking through that area and a little bit through downtown and just representing peace. Yes? just representing peace. So that is on Saturday, March 26th from 2 to 3:15. Meet at the north end of the Peace Bridge. And then our ongoing groups, which are continuing to be online for now, Consciousness Seekers, led by our practitioner Ron Hahn, is Mondays at 7. Coffee with Dr. Pat, that's me. That's Wednesdays at noon. Our Thursday meditation, led by a minister or practitioner, 7 o'clock on Thursdays. And the Saging Circle is for our wisdom keepers, people 16 above, 55 and above. And you know what? They're not just a bunch of old people sitting around talking about their complaints. They actually discuss really profound stuff and learn stuff. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful group. So if that appeals to you, by all means, join the Saging Circle. All of the information in the website, on the website, in the newsletter, all the Zoom codes, everything you need is all on there. Okay. So now we're going to come to our more sacred time. We've taken care of the business. Now we're going to start to prepare ourselves for the message and for the morning. And so what's going to happen is that Amy is going to lead us in a chant, and then I am going to do the spiritual mind treatment today. So I invite you to just close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. And if you want to sing along with Amy, by all means do. And just go to that place within.
Love, reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light, love reflecting love. I am one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
And this is what I know. There is only one life. There is only one power. There's only one infinite intelligence. It is vast. Nay, it is all there is. Everything comes from the one. Everything comes from the one. It is the life force energy underneath everything. It is that essence of life that knows itself and lives itself through everything. And I know that I am one with it. I am part of it. I am the light reflecting the light. I'm the love reflecting the love. That infinite love, that illumination that is present in all things, expressing itself and knowing itself through me and through everyone within the sound of my voice and beyond. And so what I know is in this time of seeming unrest, I know that at the core of it, there is rest. In this time of seeming lack of peace, I know at the core of it, there is peace. In a time of seeming anger and disagreement, I know at the core, there is love. And so I put my focus on the love. I put my focus on the light. I put my focus on the peace, and I know that what I focus on, what I give my attention to, expands. And so I know that what is true for me is true for everyone else. And so we choose love. We choose peace. We choose to be a light in this world, and that we are participating with all the other consciousnesses that are accepting love and light and peace as their truth. And I see a shift. I claim a shift. I celebrate that shift. And I see discord dissolving into love. I see anger dissolving into peace. I see darkness being dissolved by the light. And I'm so grateful for this truth. And I simply release this treatment into the law, knowing the law is already at work. Simply giving thanks for this truth, as together we affirm, and so it is.
I am love reflecting love. I am one with the divine. I am peace expressing heaven bright. I am light reflecting light.
Thank you, Amy and staff. So we have a few people who are new to our center this morning here in person. I just want to say welcome and thank you for being here. Every week, even when we were meeting virtually only, we would say together as a community our vision and mission statements. It's so important for us to remember who we are, remember how we show up in the world. So let's say this together. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone, a world that works for all. Oliver and I have this little running joke because he, along with many people, thinks we need to change it to a world that works for all, because everyone implies only humanity, and we want a world that works for all, for everything, everyone. The planet, the plants, the trees, the animals, the air, the birds, the bugs, the birds and the bees. And how we do that is through our mission statement. Let's say that together. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness. That key word there is inclusive. That everyone feels as if they are comfortable and present in our presence. We are an inclusive community. Okay, so this song I actually requested because first of all, it's a wonderful song and I know how well they do it, but also it's so relevant right now as we are going into 3 weeks of the unthinkable, and yet here it is. And so just think about the words and let this be maybe one of your guiding lights as you do your spiritual practice around the situation in the world. Please welcome Elevation featuring Amy Bishop.
Last night I had the strangest dream I've ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war. I filled with women and men. And the paper they were signing said they'd never fight again. And when the paper was all signed, a million copies were made. They all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, while swords and guns and uniforms were scattered on the ground. And when the paper was all signed and a million copies were made, they all joined hands and bowed their heads, and grateful prayers were prayed. And the people in the streets below were dancing round and round, while swords and guns and uniforms were scattered on the ground. Last night I had the strangest dream I've ever dreamed before. I dreamed the world had all agreed to put an end to war.
Aw, dang. Thank you, you guys. Thank you. That got to me. Whew. Let's dream that dream, shall we? Let's dream that dream. Whew. Don't listen to me next time I ask you to sing a song. Oh, man. Let's breathe together, shall we? Taking a deep breath. And another. And one more time. So a couple of months ago, our parent organization called Centers for Spiritual Living, our larger parent organization, put on a conference in Indian Wells, California. And I was scheduled to go, had my flight, had my reservation, Then I had COVID and I couldn't go. And I was bummed because it was going to be the first time that we had my colleagues and other people from around the world were going to be able to be together again for the first time. And so I was really quite sad. I wasn't sad that I was there, that I wasn't there with COVID, but I was sad I couldn't be with my friends. And I had been on the events team, so we'd put together a lot of really wonderful speakers and presentations. And one of the presentations that we as a group had decided to have was a talk by some of our younger ministers or spiritual leaders. You know, you would look around at our teaching and think that we're all just a bunch of oldsters, and, you know, maybe we are. I just prefer us to be the wisdom keepers of the world. But I do have younger colleagues, and they're quite wonderful, and they're quite creative. So I was able to watch the conference on live stream, and it was wonderful. And when I saw their presentation, I just knew I had to bring it to you guys because it was that relevant, it was that entertaining, and it taught principle in a way that was just very, very exciting. And so we're gonna actually bring them to you in a video. And there are some moving parts to making this happen. So I just want to look up at Jason and make sure that we are good to go. We are good to go. So let me introduce you to the two people who are going to be speaking on Embrace the Now, but what if the now is a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day? All right. Reverend Chris Ashley is the senior minister at Celebration Center for Spiritual Living in Falls Church, Virginia, which is near Washington, D.C. And Reverend Dan Granda is the co-founder and spiritual director of the Soul Evolution Collaborative. So without any further ado, please welcome by video Reverend Chris Ashley and Reverend Dan Granda.
So yes, embrace the now. Being present to this right here and now moment, you can literally change your life. In this very moment, you have the power to create the very experience that you want. It simply comes down to your thinking. Change your thinking, change your life. Job you don't like? Change your thinking. Relationship in trouble? Change your thinking. Something in your life that you don't like? Change your thinking. Your thoughts create your experience. Think positive things, and you will see a positive experience. Picture the life that you want, and it is yours. You can have it because it is all good all the time, because it is all God.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time out. Hold on.
What?
All of this might seem true from the big picture perspective, but this isn't how it actually shows up in most people's lives.
Yeah, but this is the teaching. Change your thinking, change your life.
Well, it's part of the teaching. It might seem all good all the time for some people, but that really glosses over the challenges and struggles that most people face. This is a very privileged view of our teaching, and it certainly isn't true for everyone.
Sounds like you are getting caught up in the world of effect, my friend. Principle is principle.
Well, remember, even in our teaching symbol, the world of effect is still part of oneness.
Huh. Good point. Okay, so how do I teach principle without getting caught up in the effects?
Maybe the two aren't mutually exclusive? I have one word for you, my friend. Wholeness.
Wholeness?
Yes, wholeness allows us to fully embrace cause and effect, principle and law, our humanity and our divinity. Brené Brown says, the irony is that we attempt to disown our difficult stories to appear more whole or more acceptable, but our wholeness even our wholeheartedness actually depends on the integration of all of our experiences, including the falls.
Well, that just raises so many questions. At this time of social unrest, a seemingly never-ending pandemic, and one natural disaster after the other, how do we bring this teaching to the world in a way that actually works?
How do we bridge the gap for someone just walking through the door who's never heard this teaching before?
How do we recognize and honor people's experience while also knowing the truth of principle and guiding them to that understanding?
How do we create a world that truly works for everyone when the world seems to be working less and less for more and more people every day?
The answer is embrace the now. The now is key to all of these questions. It can look like many things. It can look like all of the ups and all of the downs. It can look like our most beautiful moments, or it can look like rock bottom. But the now is always pointing us back to our wholeness. Ernest Holmes says, "We are not so cold-blooded as to say to a person with pain that there is no such thing as pain. That is not our idea or purpose." We don't ignore the world of effect. We are not cold-blooded. The world of effect is as real to us as it seems. Holmes also says, "We admit the fact. It is quite a different thing to admit its necessity." We recognize the world of effect, and we recognize that in denying the power of the world of effect, that we are able to transcend the appearance of this effect. We are able to reclaim our power and transcend and transform our experience. We must transcend the appearance, even though we admit it as fact. First, we recognize the appearance, the effect that shows up in front of us, and then we reclaim our power and change our experience.
So often in our teaching, we talk about this idea of turning away from the condition. And yet, if we only turn away from the condition ourselves and we're unwilling to look at it and we put on blinders, we are leaving everybody behind who is still in that condition. And really, in doing that, what is happening is that people are dying in the shadow of our spiritual light. And so instead of turning away from the condition and denying not only the condition itself, but everybody who is still struggling or suffering or having a challenge in that condition, instead we turn towards the condition, we look at it squarely head on, and we deny the power that it has over us, returning we remember the truth that God is all there is, that Spirit is all there is, and in doing so, we remember our wholeness and our oneness. We remember that principle is still in the creation of the mess. And when we do that, not only do we deny the effects of the condition, but we support everybody else in doing the same so that we can all come together in the light. And so, we ask you again, what if now is a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day? Oh, hi Becky! It's so good to see you. We missed you at the center on Sunday. Oh, a cold. Yeah, you sound really congested. Well, have you looked at what was in your consciousness? You created that cold with your negative thinking.
Whoa. Let's time out here for a second.
What? We know that we create our reality and that everything that happens in our lives is a result of our creative thought. It's even in the Declaration of Principles that Ernest wrote. We believe in the healing of the sick and control of conditions through the power of this mind.
Yes, we do believe that we are co-creating our reality. However, our creation doesn't exist in a vacuum. Everything that we think and create moves through the law, which includes the collective consciousness too.
You mean race consciousness, right?
Yes. Ernest Holmes often said race consciousness to mean the consciousness of everyone who is here now and who has come before. However, because we're still struggling with racism and othering in this country, we say collective consciousness to be clear that we are speaking about the whole and not just one group of people.
You know, you really shouldn't say we are struggling. You are just creating more struggle.
Acknowledging that a problem exists doesn't create it. We can't heal something that we are unwilling to look at. Kimberly Crenshaw says, when there's no name for a problem, you can't see a problem. And when you can't see a problem, you can't really resolve it. The same is true with Becky and her cold. It isn't helpful to ask someone how they created a certain experience in their life. It is so much more complicated than think a thought, have an outcome. And acknowledging that Becky was sick doesn't create more sickness.
Isn't it my job to help people change their thinking and create a better life?
Yes. And part of that is supporting and loving the people right where they are. Sometimes we don't feel well and it sucks. We can love people through the sucky parts and even let them know that we know it's hard. By acknowledging that Becky was sick, you are supporting her in feeling seen and heard. This not only helps her shift her own beliefs and thinking, it makes her feel better too. Problems aren't like Beetlejuice. Saying their name doesn't make them appear.
So I guess I'm just trying to figure out like how to really use all of this. Like I'm new to the teaching, right? And this all sounds great. And I see everybody else like making these huge changes in their lives. So I guess I'm just curious. How do I actually do this? Like my job sucks, doesn't pay nearly enough to live on. I've started another side hustle trying to make ends meet. The bank won't approve us for a mortgage, so we're paying almost twice as much in rent a month for half the space. We both have student loans that have more than doubled since we finished school. We'll probably never pay those off. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of living a life that doesn't work for me. It sucks.
You know, you really shouldn't talk like that. You're just going to create more of what you focus on. Besides, there's only good in this universe anyway, so...
Right. It is true that at the universal level, there is only good.
This happens all the time.
It does. We think we're being helpful when, really, we're just diminishing someone else's experience.
Yeah, that one subtle interaction can really turn people away from our teaching and make them not want to learn more or even show back up.
In reality, people just want to be seen. We all have those moments that are just terrible, horrible, no good, very bad moments. And sometimes we just need to share them.
So how would you respond in this scenario, Rep. Dan?
I would respond to the student with compassion and understanding. It sounds like they are in a really challenging situation right now. I would make sure they feel seen. Then, if it felt right, perhaps begin to introduce some ways of applying principle as a means of beginning to shift their system of beliefs.
I love that. I would also look at what we as ministers and practitioners have been saying. If we continuously bypass people's experiences, then others are going to feel justified in speaking to one another like this. It really doesn't create safe spaces in our communities.
Yeah, not at all. And it is our job as leaders to continue to do our own internal work to ensure that our communities are welcoming and inclusive to everyone, no matter where they are in their journey.
So anyways, I just don't know what to do about my relationship with Sam. I've been really unhappy for the last few months, but I love them so much.
Tell me more about what's been going on, Jessie. What's made you so unhappy?
We just don't seem to be compatible. Sam loves to go out and hang out with friends, and I would just rather stay home and read. I know that I create my reality, so I just try to have fun in any situation I'm in. They always want me to hang out with them and their friends, and no matter how much I want to enjoy myself, I just really don't. But I love them so much, and I can't imagine my life without them in it. I mean, we do have fun together sometimes. Plus, there are the cats in the house, and I know that if I could just change my thinking about the situation, I could be happy.
It sounds like you really love Sam. You want things to work out.
Yes.
And it also sounds like your life doesn't really look like you want it to right now. How would you like to feel?
Well, I want to have a quiet life. I enjoy reading and painting, and I really love an evening that is spent at home with my cats and tea. I feel peaceful and calm when I'm in my space alone or just Sam. I like all their friends, don't get me wrong, and I do have fun when we go out sometimes. I just keep praying that I can be happy.
Have you heard the phrase treat and move your feet? It isn't enough to just do spiritual mind treatment. We also have to put our values and beliefs into action. It sounds like you and Sam have different values. You value your alone time, and Sam values connection. Neither of these is right or wrong. However, you both deserve to have your values recognized and honored. Have you talked to Sam about any of this?
No, it isn't up to them to change. I'm in charge of my own reality.
Well, that is true. We are always co-creating our reality with not only spirit, but everyone else who is in our sphere of influence. It's important to communicate with our loved ones and make sure we're in situations where our needs and desires are getting met. It doesn't make either of you right or wrong.
I hadn't thought of that. I guess I just have always believed that positive thinking would be enough to change any situation.
Well, it's a good start, but positive thinking alone just leads us to bypassing our feelings or trying to stay somewhere we don't belong. What do you feel needs to shift, either internally or externally, that would support both of you?
I need to trust myself and know that I can ask for what I need and want. I definitely think I need to have a conversation with Sam.
Well, you have a great foundation of love and understanding in your relationship for that conversation. What can I know for you today in treatment?
Peace for sure. And really...
Wow, what a great session.
Thanks.
It seems like Jesse is in the place that a lot of people in our teaching are in. We gain just enough knowledge and understanding to use the principles to beat ourselves up when things go wrong.
Yeah, I know. I really wish there was a magic pill.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It would make it a lot easier. But think about all that we would end up missing out on. Part of embracing the now means embracing our growth that is only available in the mess. Remember, Asha Tyson said, "Your journey has molded you for your greater good." And it was exactly what it needed to be. Don't think you've lost time. There is no shortcutting to life. It took each and every situation you have encountered to bring you to the now. And the now is right on time.
I love that quote. Thanks, Rev Dan, for the reminder.
If there is anything the past 2 years have shown us, it is that we don't get to choose which parts of the now we get to embrace.
We are in this beautiful state of evolution and growth, and that can be really messy.
And it has caused a lot of terrible, horrible, no good, very bad days. And that is okay.
Oneness means wholeness, which includes all of this. So remember, embrace the now, because now is right on time.
I just knew I had to show it to you all. I figured you would appreciate the creativity, obviously, but also just appreciate hearing it from, I gotta say this, and I don't know that I completely mean it, but I'm gonna say it anyway, from a younger perspective. Now, Reverend Darlene's been in the teaching for probably 40 years. Is that fair? Even more than that, okay. Oops. I've been in the teaching 30 years, and anybody else 30, 40 years? But come on, you're only 30. Vern, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. Since you were 18, and she's 48. Oh my God. Okay. So, but my point in saying that is, in the day, that would never have been taught. In the day, in my early days of the teaching, it was absolutely change your thinking, change your life. Do not give that thing any power whatsoever. Turn away from the issue. Think about God instead. That's Emmett Key's the golden key. The golden key. Turn away from the condition and think about God instead. And that is the basis of the teaching for sure. But what I am loving and what I'm thinking is making it so much more welcoming and inclusive is that we are now saying, yes, you can acknowledge that this situation is happening, and what did they say? Turn your light to it. That was profound to me. Is that no, I'm going to turn my light away from everything, and I'm denying all of this. Let me turn my light. Let me shine my light of truth onto this situation. And find, as I'm letting my light shine, I'm finding solutions. I'm finding different ways of being. So I think this is what we're going to be seeing as people, ministers who've been around for a long time are starting to think about retirement. I'm not. I'm not. But people are thinking about that, is that we're going to be having younger people coming in and saying, that's not kind. And kindness has to fit in to the teaching. Would you agree? Yes. All right. That's all I got to say about that. I figured you would enjoy that video. And so it is. So it is. Okay, yeah, so, you're going to love this next song. Yeah, this is a lot of people's fave. I'm never letting Amy sing that other song ever again as long as I live.
We're actually going to do it again just now.
I can't stand it.
No, Steph and I won't make it. Almost, sorry. Steph.
All in? One, two, three, four.
It's like a river, ever changing as it flows, and the dream is just a vessel that must follow where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind you, and never knowing what's in store, makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shores. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. So many times we stand aside, let the water slip away, until we put off till tomorrow what has now become today. So don't just sit upon the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids, dare to dance the tide. 'Cause I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. And there's bound to be rough waters, and I know I'll take some falls. Oh, with spirit as my captain, make it through them all. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wind, these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wind, these waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs
Woohoo! Amy Bishop, Oliver Miguel, Steph Chapman, Graham, and Lisa Jacobs. I'm sure Graham has a last name, but not today. Okay, me too. Oh, golly. Give it up for Elevation. They're so very good. Okay, so now is the time that we're going to be doing our collection. So people in the audience know that that's coming up. For those of you who are watching on the Love Stream, once again, always love you. Love the fact that you've been part of us all this time and supporting us, sending your tithes and your gifts via e-transfer, check, whatever it has taken, and you continue to support us. So thank you for that. E-transfer, website, PayPal, check, call the office and talk to Lance, and he won't go. He'll actually know. He'll actually know what to do. And everybody else, we're going to say our conscious commitment here. So take your tithe, your gift, your offering, your donation, hold it to your heart. Infuse it with some love. And let's say this together. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all that I give returns to me multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is, and so it is. And we're going to sing love. We're going to sing love. I thank love for everything. 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 I thank love for start closing here, so start to rub your hands together. You're going to get all that good energy going, all that love juju. I have nothing to say about that. Okay, so we're going to send it out to whoever needs it. And we're going to put one hand on our chest. We're going to bless ourselves. And we're going to send it out to wherever it's needed. Okay, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Have a wonderful weekend.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Who cares what they see? Who cares what they know? First name is free, last name is dumb, 'cause you choose to believe in where you are from. Man's red flower is in every living thing. Mind you, just power. Spirit, use your wings. Freedom, 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 freedom. Hold on to me, don't let me go. Cheetahs need to eat, run antelope. First name is king, last name is dog. To choose to believe in everyone. When the baby first breathes, when night sits sunrise, when a whale hunts the sea, when we all recognize freedom, 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 freedom. We are from heat, the electric wonder. Does it shock you to see he left us the sun? Atoms in the air, organisms in the sea, the sun and yes man, we're all from the same thing. Freedom, 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 freedom.